Glioblastoma is a universally lethal type of cancer where only 5% of patients survive after 5 years. All glioblastoma tumors are not the same. Each tumor is genetically or molecularly distinct from another one. And so what we will really want to try to understand is what are the drivers of those individual tumors and what are the potential vulnerabilities that can be exploited given those distinct molecular features. That has been one of the major focuses of our lab, is to actually discover new therapies to try to treat glioblastoma. There's just not a lot of options out there right now.
Tell me about young Dr. Nathanson.
Do you want the PG version?
Yeah.
The natural world science I was interested in as a kid, just going and exploring the vast landscape of Alaska. But I did not do well in high school growing up, so I was not a model student. I think a lot of this self-imposed adversity, I had to dig out of this hole. That was a major character builder. What I really love about being here at UCLA is the opportunity to train the next generation of physician scientists, and that gives me the most joy out of anything. To see one of these young students develop into a confident and a mature scientist is one of the most rewarding things I experience. Yeah, this is called a Hyper Cherokee. It's got a really nice engine. It flies at about, 130 miles an hour or so. You can essentially go to San Francisco and back on one tank of gas. All right, we're cleared. Coming from Alaska, only 20% of the state is accessible by roads. We even had a plane in our backyard. It was like our family car. In LA, I'm not flying most of the time to get to a destination. I primarily use it to remove the constraints from daily life. It requires immense discipline and focus, which is kind of meditative. Up here in the clouds, I'm really able to gain new perspective on things I'm going through, even research challenges in the lab. We developed a drug that is called KTM-101. And what that drug targets is the most prevalent genetic driver or oncogene of glioblastoma. It's called the epidermal growth factor receptor, or EGFR. This oncogene is a critical regulator of glioblastoma growth and proliferation, as well as it contributes to its heightened metabolism. So we know it's an important driver. What we also know is that the drugs that exist for targeting EGFR don't cross the blood-brain barrier. That's number one. So the drugs aren't getting there effectively. And the second part is that the mutations that exist in this receptor in glioblastoma, they're in a different part of the protein. And because they're in this different part of the protein, it can impact how that drug binds. And so what we had to do was to develop a drug that not only got into the brain, but could target these unique GBM mutations of EGFR. So that's what we developed KTM-101 for. It was what we call a purpose-built drug for glioblastoma. The ultimate goal and hope for all of us is that this drug will extend the lives of patients that are on it, that have this specific mutation, which represents over 50% of GBM patients. I just find it very fulfilling to have found a place where I can satisfy both my intellectual curiosities and be able to impact people who really need help in a significant way.